Hello friends, let us now learn some important points about hydrocephalus. Hydrocephalus is the enlargement of ventricles inside the brain. Inside the brain there is enlargement of ventricles inside the brain, either due to the increased production of the CSF or impaired drainage of CSF. There are two different types of hydrocephalus. Hydrocephalus can be one communicating hydrocephalus or it can be non-communicating hydrocephalus. If it is communicating hydrocephalus, causes are we have choroid plexus. It includes choroid plexus, papilloma, achondroplasia, meningeal malignancy or metastasis. Or if there is post hemorrhage, then all these are communicating hydrocephalus. Then non-communicating hydrocephalus or obstructive hydrocephalus, this includes we have whenever there is mass lesion in the meninges, in the ventricle, that will occlude the pathway of CSF flow, thus causing non-communicating or obstructive hydrocephalus or abscess formation. Or if there is any aqueductal stenosis, will also result in non-communicable or obstructive hydrocephalus or Arnold-Chiari malformation or Dander-Walker malformation. Dander-Walker malformation will also result in obstructive hydrocephalus, and also vein of Galen malformation. Vein of Galen malformation will result in obstructive hydrocephalus. Okay. Now, I will give you a scenario. Please identify the disease. There is a neonate who is suffering from heart failure with bounding pulses, and this neonate has large and also bulging anterior fontanellae are seen. And if you auscultate the anterior fontanellae, then you will find the cranial bruit are seen. If you auscultate the anterior fontanellae, what is the disease? This is showing the vein of Galen malformation. This is showing vein of Galen malformation. Okay. Now, how are you going to treat the hydrocephalus? Hydrocephalus can be treated based on there are two treatments. One, we have medical treatment. Second, we have surgical treatment. Medical treatment can be acute. In acute cases, we should give 3% NaCl or mannitol are given to increase the drainage of to decrease the production of hydrocephalus, to decrease the production and increase the drainage of CSF, and also to decrease the intracranial pressure immediately. So we give 3% NaCl or mannitol is given. In chronic cases, we can give either acetazolamide is given, or we can give glycerol in chronic conditions. Then surgically we can do shunts, that is we can use either VP shunt, which is ventriculoperitoneal shunt is used, or we can use endoscopic third ventriculostomy can be done. Endoscopic third ventriculostomy for aqueductal stenosis can be done. Okay, so these are the surgical options. Then we have some signs in hydrocephalus. Just a minute. So this is the picture of hydrocephalus, where there is large head and you can see the venous prominences are seen. So here you can see the venous prominences. So these are the veins which you can see, which include venous prominences are seen, and we can also see that there is sun setting sign. See, the eyes are looking downwards, so this looks like sun setting down, so this is sun setting sign. And we have cracked pot or McEwen sign is also seen. So this is about hydrocephalus. Okay, thank you for watching.